Happy Thursday, everyone, and welcome back to Dobby Books. Today is Poetry Thursday. It's my first attempt at this. I'm not as savvy about poetry as I'd like to be, but that's fixable. And today is one of those days. So today I'm picking a poem. It's called England's Sovereigns in Verse. It's an English ballad. I don't have an author on here, but it was recently updated to include Queen Elizabeth II and Charles III, and it goes through the successive reigns of the kings and queens of England. So let me start. Norman Kings, 1066. William the Conqueror long did reign. William his son by an arrow was slain. Henry I was a scholar bright. Stephen was king without any right. Plantagenet, Henry II, Plantagenet's scion. Richard I was brave as a lion. John, though a tyrant, the charter signed. Henry III had a weakly mind. Edward I conquered Cambria Dales. Edward II was born Prince of Wales. Edward III humbled France in its pride. Richard II in prison died. House of Lancaster. Henry IV for himself took the crown. Henry V pulled the French king down. Henry VI lost his father's gains. House of Tudor. Edward of York laid hold of the reins. Edward V was killed with his brother. Richard III soon made way for another. Henry VII was frugal of means. Henry VIII had a great many queens. Edward VI Reformation began. Then Queen Mary prevented the plan. Wise and profound were Elizabeth's aims. Stuart line. England and Scotland were joined by King James. Charles found the people a cruel corrector. Oliver Cromwell was called Lord Protector. Charles II was hid in an oak. James II was for Catholic folk. William and Mary were offered the throne and succeeded and reigned alone. Hanoverian. George I from Hanover came. George II kept up the name. George III was loved in the land. George IV was pompous and grand. William IV had no heir of his own, so Queen Victoria ascended the throne. When good Queen Victoria's long reign was o'er, Edward VII the English crown wore. George V kept a strict moral tone. Edward VIII relinquished the throne. George VI through the war years was king. Elizabeth II reigned 70 springs. King Charles III, the oldest to be crowned, after many years, a new face on the pound. God save the king, all his subjects declare. For him we will raise all our voices in prayer.